Okay. Um, so, I don't know who's here, if anyone's here, but we lost connection on the last stream, and now we're trying to come back. I don't know if it's working now or what. I'm not sure how we lost connection so horribly bad. Um, it's working. Okay. God, dude, that's ridiculous, right? Whatever happened with that was just goofy, man. I'm glad we were able to recover this. We probably lost a bunch of viewers, but are we back? Are we good? This is just YouTube at its finest, dude. We back. God, man. Hey, I'm glad y'all stuck around and waited, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for waiting around. I was trying to recover this. I tried to get the last video back, but it was just done, man. It was fucking done, dude. They tried to split us apart, but they can't, bro. They just can't do that. All right, so we're back. What were we talking about, dude? I don't even remember. That was so fucking flustering. What's up, everybody? What's up, Ahmed? Did I say your name right? Let's wait till we hit 25 viewers to continue the story. Yeah, man, we should. Like, God, dude, like, we lost everything. Sucks. But that's fine, dude. We're here. Thank y'all for coming back, dude. Like, I'm glad y'all did, man. I left y'all hanging, but y'all didn't leave me hanging. Anyway, we were talking about the gig, man. Someone asked me if I had any advice of starting a band, and I was telling a story about the first gig, how to get started as a band, at least in my experience, right? Didn't break anything? No, man, I didn't break nothing. Just my fucking heart, dude. Alright, we're back, dude. Let's do this. Fucking YouTube. I'm not sure what it is, because I didn't lose connection on any of my shit over here. It's just like all of a sudden, like I guess it was like OBS maybe crashed, or maybe like YouTube streaming. Whatever, bro. It don't matter. It's in the past. So, anyway, the story about how, I think to get started as a band, and I was telling a story about how I went to watch this band play that was pretty big in my area. And it was pouring down rain. We went in. We had never played a live show before. We didn't even have a band. So we went in and we found out that the band that we went to watch wasn't playing. That's why no one was there. They canceled for the weather. And then me and my friend looked at each other and we were kind of just like, now's our chance. So we asked the girl that was working. We were like, how can we play here? It's like we didn't have a plan. We didn't prepare for it. We didn't even know that we were going to run into this situation. It was like just completely random, but we had the moment to actually just like go out on a limb and just like try to do something, right? So she was just like, email this email and talk to them, talk to the booking agent. And we had never like booked before, so we didn't know how any of this shit worked. So a month later, this was the punchline I'm getting to, that before everything fucking hit the fan, 1 month later, we ended up playing a gig. And in that 1 month, we formed a band. We got a third member to play. It was my cousin at the time. We learned an entire, 2 hours worth of cover songs. We weren't, very good because we had never played before. The point is like, this concept that I've learned recently in the past few months that really resonated with me is this quote, how you always hear ready, aim, fire. Like, that's a very common quote. Well, I heard someone say ready, fire, aim, and that really just struck a thing with me. It's kind of just like saying, just shoot now, take your shot, right? Don't think about you're not prepared. Don't think about you don't have enough songs. Just don't think about my band's not good enough. Fuck that, right? Simply just go for it. paint yourself into a corner and figure out a way to get out. Like, we booked a show and it was on the calendar, and we had to like reverse engineer our way to fulfill that obligation. Think about this. Had we not booked that gig, would we have ever learned 2 hours of songs? Would we have ever got a third member of the band? Would we have ever had a gig on our calendar? No. Because we would have never been good enough. We would have never had enough songs, blah, blah, blah. Give yourself an obligation, right? Just go out with your band, book a gig, and just like make yourself figure it out. To me, that's like, Daniel, deadlines can be the greatest motivator. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. And that's something that like in the past few months I've just had like revelations with, personally, like in my personal development. Like deadlines, scheduling, commitments, all that shit, like they are the best motivator that we have, So absolutely. Just go out and just book a show, man. As a pro competitive shooter, that's going to be difficult to execute. That's true. I mean, let's face it, it's a metaphor, it's just a phrase. I mean, I know as, if you are a competitive shooter, I'm sure that's not great advice. But like, just in life, I feel like just kind of just go for it. The best way to swim is to just jump in, like just do it. Like just try it, just go for it. And then you'll refine your skills along the way. Just do it. Because if you sit down and wait for yourself to feel ready, you'll think yourself to fucking death. You'll be like 100 years old and you'll just be like, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the perfect day. Fuck the perfect day. Just do it, right? Suckman64, I'm glad that that resonated with you, man. Gotta curve them bullets. Yeah, that's true, dude. Something I've been curious about for a while. What amp do you use? A Line 6 DT50 head. That has been my number one amp for, since I started Dymphonic. And I've kind of built my sound around that amp. So that's my amp. LOL, funny. Me and my buddy are in the early stages of the band thing. We just need to do it. We need to just do it. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if there's anything you've ever remembered in life that, you wanted to, like, achieve, and you just kind of, like, you just thought about it too much, Like, you'll think yourself to death until you get to the point of actually just doing it. I'm sorry, my fucking chair is, like, squeaky. Line 6, baby, for the win. Hey, someone asked me what, like, any company I want to get sponsored by or endorsed by. Line 6, dude. And let me tell you why. Because they kick fucking ass. Last thing before I head out, we should turn the thumbnail of the Plain Lyric video into a meme. Cool. Yeah, dude, you should. Do it. I'm down. Zach, can I ask a question? Only if I can answer it. Go ahead, man. Shoot away. That's what I'm here for, man. This is kind of just a Q&A, I guess, right now. This is the Q&A. This is the unofficial Q&A section of the live stream. Still, I apologize about the stream crashing. I'm not sure what happened. Zach says, my problem is that I can't focus on a particular style. All that I compose is just one of styles that I have for the most part, no relation to each other. Dude, you're in the most beautiful position as a musician or as a creator. Listen to what you said. I'm going to read it to you. All that I compose is just one of styles that have for the most part no relation to each other. That's what creates the best shit. Can you imagine, like, the first person to mix like a pretzel with fucking chocolate, dude? You know what I'm saying? Two things that you would never fucking guess go together, but now there's an entire empire created around that shit. Dude, you're in a beautiful stage of creativity. You have all these things that you like. You know what I mean? Put them together, even if you think they don't go. Bacon and chocolate, dude. You ever fucking ate that shit? incredible. Put that shit together. They don't even have to go. That's how new things are created, bro. That's how shit is innovated. You're in the best position right now as an artist, I think. Go for it. Just mix them all together. Suckman64, peace out, dude. Have a good weekend, brother. What advice would you give to a young version of yourself that was starting new projects, like when you were gonna start Dymphonic? Okay, I'm passionate about this shit right here. My advice to my younger self would be, don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about what you do. That shit held me back for so long. I was playing music at the time for fucking years when I started. I started writing songs when I was like 18 years old. And just until like recently with Dymphonic, when I always tell people, like, I didn't really start Dymphonic. Like, I just kind of discovered it through a course of lots of trial and error and like figuring out what I'm supposed to do in the world. You know, what I'm supposed to do with my musical, whatever it is, right? That thing, okay? When I started, I was catering to so many like standards of what I thought I should be doing. Like conforming, if you will. Like, oh, I can't play this because this person won't like that. Or I can't play this because, you know, no one likes this type of shit. Fuck that thinking, dude. Like, I get like angry at myself when I think about all the years that I spent just like trying to make songs that people would like without like feeling them in here first. You know, it's like, yeah, it's like were they good songs? Yeah. Were they catchy? Yeah. It was all the shit checked out, but that's not what being an artist is for me. You know, that might be this person's definition of being an artist, but it ain't mine. Mine is like, do what you love to do. And it's like, to be honest, like, am I some big, huge, successful artist? No. But I've found connection and success with a fan base like I had never seen before in my entire career of doing this, when I started doing what I wanted to do and not give a shit about what anybody else thought. That is when things started opening up for me. That's when I got happy doing what I'm doing. That's when I just stopped caring. And it started just being fun. It started being fun, and shit started moving. People started actually buying our records. People started engaging with the content. People feel when you're fucking being genuine about something. Like, people can pick up shit, you know? And like, if you're trying to cater to a certain thing, if you're trying to conform, if you're trying to like hide yourself, then like, what the fuck are you even doing it for? Don't be scared to just like do what you want to do, you know? Like, I'm almost like angry at the fact that I've just done that for so long. It's fucking annoying. It does nothing but hold you back and like limit your potential. That's my best advice to give a young version of myself in starting a band, new project. Just go for it and do what you love, dude. That's it. Don't give a shit about what anyone says. If someone comes up to you and says, your band sucks, good. That means you're not trying to cater to everyone. I remember one time with Dymphonic, it was like one of our first big paid gigs we ever played. We were playing at a fucking cattle festival, dude. Like in the fucking country town. We got a cattle festival gig. Like in this fucking country town. And we got fucking booed. Like, there were people booing us. And like, we were looking at each other laughing. It felt fucking good to get booed because like, we were doing what we do no matter what was out there. Like, we didn't give a fuck. It was fun to get booed because we're so comfortable with ourselves. Like, we don't give a shit what people think. You know? Had we been catering to people and trying so hard to nitpick our way to like pleasing everyone and we got booed, it would have fucked us up forever. We would have never recovered from that. You know? We would have been like, dude, it's like we tried to make everyone happy and people still don't like us. What happened? You know what I mean? Be comfortable, bro. Just do what you want to do. That's my advice. Sorry, I went off on that shit. But I'm not sorry, because I'm being fucking honest. Well said, dude. I feel the exact same way. Yeah, man. I'm glad. I'd boo back at the crowd. I just laughed at him, to be honest. I thought it was... I really liked it, to be honest. One of my favorite like videos of like Deftones is when they went on tour with Kiss, like in 95 or 96 or something, and they got like the whole crowd fucking booed them. I don't know why. I like opposition, dude. I like shit working against you. You know what I'm saying? The last Deftones cover is still the best I've heard. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun on that one. I've been wanting to do Ricketts for a while, and I finally did it. He didn't find success. Dude, this is good right here. Zach, I was watching an interview with Steven Wilson, Porcupine Tree, and he was saying he didn't find success till he started making the music he wanted without trying to cater to mainstream music. Dude, this isn't my opinion. I'm not giving my opinion here when I say these things. This is just how it fucking is. Like, this is the truth. Like, I'm telling you this is the truth. People don't want you to be, like, neutral, you know? People don't want to consume, like, neutral shit. They want you to be very dynamic and, like, unique, you know? And you can only, like, be unique if you're truly, like, just doing what you feel like doing. Because no one else is you. It's the greatest motivation I've ever heard. Dude, really? Thank you, man. You start a motivational speeches channel. God, dude, really? Fuck, man. Solid advice. Thanks, man. Dude, I'm glad that it could be of help to you, bro. Like, I'm glad. Just being honest, man. That's all there is to it. Best and worst gigs ever were. Oh, shit. Okay. I have a really good story if y'all want to hear this shit. The best gig I've ever played, and this is not being bullshit, this is the honest to God truth. It was with Dymphonic, and we were playing at this club called Super Happy Funland in Houston. Any Houston people might, I don't even know if that place is open, but it was just this big like warehouse. It was like fucking 150 degrees in there, like not exaggerating. It felt like a sauna. And it was really fucking hot in there, but we used to just go hit over there, you know, like just some gigs every once in a while, like starting out. The best gig I've ever played, and I'll tell you why after I tell you the story. We went to play a gig with like 2 touring bands or like 3 touring bands that were coming through, and they hit us up and asked us to play a gig with them, right? So we went with the bands and we showed up, and when we showed up, again, here's another story of no one was fucking there. And the owner was actually walking out of the venue, closing and locking the door whenever we were walking up, and we were like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, hey, man, we're like, hey, dude, like, we're Dymphonic, we're here to play tonight, like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, dude, all the bands called and canceled. And I guess they were touring together or something. One band backed out, then the other band backed out, then the other band, you know, yada yada. He was like, all the bands backed out, so we're just going to close for the night. And I was like, fuck. And then we looked at each other, we were like, well, dude, like, we have our equipment loaded up. Like, we showed up. Like, we're ready to play, you know? Like, we're committed to playing. And he was just like, are y'all sure? And we were just like, yeah. Like, we're fucking here. Like, we're ready to go. Like, we rehearsed. Like, let's do it. So we walked into the venue. We set up our shit. We were the only band there that night. And there wasn't a single fucking person. When I say there wasn't a single person that showed up, there was not a single human being that showed up. Because, like, I guess they said they were closing or something, so, like, no one came out to the show. And we didn't tell anyone at that point. But we made it our mission to show up. And we played our fucking asses off that night. For no one. We got on stage and like it was literally just like one bartender just like sitting down texting the whole fucking time. But we played our fucking asses off, dude. And to me, out of all the gigs, you know, with big crowds or fun crowds or whatever, that was like the most memorable gig I ever had because it meant something to us. It meant something to me. It was like, we're going to get on stage and we're going to fucking kill it, like no matter who's here, you know? And like that just like really stuck out to me. I don't know. So like that's my favorite gig, man. Because it actually had like a really deep meaning about the whole thing. Shit, man, y'all got me telling all these fucking sentimental fucking stories and shit. I'm reading, man. Where did I leave off? Could we ever see more electronic influence in Dymphonic? Man, I don't know, dude. I'm kind of a purist with Dymphonic. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't want to, like, impede on it, you know? I feel like I have to, like, be careful with Dymphonic, dude. I live in Texas. I'd love to see a Dymphonic show. Whoa, what part of Texas do you live in? Okay. Being the only member of the crowd when my mate's band was playing was mental. That was one of the best gigs I've seen. Yeah, it's an interesting like energy whenever you're like one of the only people in a crowd, you know, at a venue. What was one of you guys' worst gigs if y'all ever played gigs? Like, what is one of y'all worst gigs? Or best gigs, whatever. I'm just curious. I want to read some of y'all shit too. That's what it's about. It's true, man. It is. Love your music. Thank you, Fabian. Did I say that? Fabian? Right? Sucks for those bands to just bail like that. Yeah, it was. It was their loss.